Okay, we're starting to see some action. I've moved the fold up bed. I've folded it up and put it away in the shed. And then the trestle table that was over there, I've moved it outside the polytunnel. So it's got 3 trays of mainly tomatoes on there. And then the other tray of tomatoes is over there. So it was about 2 weeks ago that they started falling over because they were too big and they needed staking. So it looks like I'm finally getting around to it. I've also moved. That was the spare sunflower. I'm not expecting that to be upright in the morning because wood pigeons and squirrels, they're both arseholes, but we'll see what happens. Because normally when I come in, well, not normally, but like some days when I come in, there's like both a wood pigeon and a squirrel here. The other arseholes are blackbirds. They're always making a mess of the wood chips. So that's why the path isn't clear. So tomorrow I will actually start planting the tomatoes here and staking them up. I do actually have dozens of stakes. It's just a question of me using them. I've got some butternut squash over there. They ought to go to the allotment. I have actually got into a routine the last 2 days in that I do stuff here in the morning and then in the afternoon I go to the allotment and do some digging. So 2 days, that's enough for a routine for me. And so I'll continue that routine tomorrow and Friday. And then on Saturday I have to go to work again, so the routine gets disturbed. So the plan is with the second polytunnel to plant it out mainly with tomatoes. The other thing I was planning to do was move the aubergines out of the polytunnel because what's happening, the big thing I haven't spoken about yet, is that there's going to be rain overnight, probably stormy, thunder and lightning, who knows. So we'll see how that goes. So moving the tomatoes out here, I thought they'd benefit from the rain. So we'll see how it goes. And also it creates an impetus for me to actually start doing stuff in there. Because originally I wasn't going to plant stuff out in here because this ground would be too hard. But I'm reckoning that after the wood chip's been there for a few weeks, that's probably softened the ground up. So I'll try planting things out there, and I also need to start. Well, I've got cucumbers planted out either side in that first polytunnel, but I haven't planted out anything else yet. So it looks like tomorrow I will actually start planting things because Thrifty Gardening, she made me realise, the major priority at the moment is if things are in pots, get them in the ground. So getting my arse into gear.